All right, what's up YouTube family? I'm about to go through the process of kind of recoating my tires here. I usually don't do this a whole lot, and I know most of you guys already know how to do it, but shout out to my little cousin Andrea. She wanted to see how to do this, so I'm gonna set it up here and I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you guys. As you can see, I already cleaned my tires. I don't go anything crazy. Dawn dishwashing liquid, a little scour pad. I already took my Mac back off. Those are my rim protectors, but as you can see, these are what the rims look like right now. I'm gonna go through some processes here. So first thing for me, I get some cheap bags because what I really want to do is cover my caliper. If you're not worried about it, then not a big deal, but as you can see, I have colored calipers, but I also want to cover my rotors as well because I don't want any paint to get on those. So with that being covered up, then I can start the process. But here's how I'm going to do that. Like I said, I went and got some cheap bags. I try to keep it fairly cheap and decent. So here's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully I'm not in your way here, but I'm gonna go ahead and run the bag through here. Grab it out on both sides. Make sure I'm placing it around, but also that I'm bringing it down, covering up those rotors. I'm only gonna do this for this one tire. Like I said, it's from my cousin. She asked for it. So this is kind of like a do-it-yourself, but as best as possible, make sure you're covering those rotors. Now, most of y'all know the tires that come on the Tesla, they're like a gunmetal gray. This is like my second time doing this in probably like a year. So this process works fairly well. If it's just something that you want to do to give it more of that black look than that gunmetal gray. So next for me, I still like to give it a little bit of a gloss look. So I start off with the Satin Black here. That's normally what I use, the Rust-Oleum. And then once I'm done with that, I actually coat it very lightly with the gloss clear, just to give it a little bit of a coating. So this isn't anything too crazy. Like I said, the tire is dry already. I went ahead and washed it. You can see here, the reason I have my rim protectors is because in some areas I did get some curb rash, but the rim protectors work really well. Because if you look at these right here, that's all it is a rim protector. As you can see, the mag back rim protector, and it gives the car a nice look. So I'm gonna do that, what I'm doing over here, to all four tires, but I'm only gonna record this one because I don't want this to be a novel. So make sure I'm gonna go ahead and give this a little bit of a shake. Right, what you're gonna do with this is you're only gonna coat it to where it is that you like. You don't have to worry about messing it up or anything of the sort, but I will tell you, if you go crazy with it, you are gonna get some runs, you're gonna get some splotches. So here we go. Notice I try to go at a kind of like a back and forth motion. That's gonna be my first coat. What I'm trying to do is keep from getting any type of run or anything of the sort. I don't really mind it because it gives the tire more of a textured look, but however you want to do it, it's completely up to you. And as you see, I'm trying to get in the tire. I'm not really worried about the wheel itself because, of course, the wheel is black. I'm doing this in black. And then I'm not too focused on these areas here, only because when I put my Mac back on them, the Mac back rim covers, it's gonna cover it up anyway. So I mean, it's pretty much this right here that I'm focused on. So I'm gonna try to get this part done just so you can see the finished product once I put the coating on it. But as you can see, like I said, you can go as dark as you want with this. For me, I don't mind the satin, only because most of the parts that I have on here are either matte or satin, and it just gives the car a different look for me. I get most people tell me, you know, oh man, it looks pretty cool, it looks pretty nice. So and I'm not doing it for anybody else, I'm just doing it for myself. But because this is what you got to do right here. Like I say, you give it a little bit of time to dry. As you can see, you do have, this is a satin, so you do get that little bit of a shimmer right there. Some areas right there you do get that shimmer, but of course it's dependent on you and how much of a shimmer you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry up a little bit, come back, and then I'll throw the gloss clear on it so you guys can see what that looks like. Okay, so now that I let it dry a little bit, the key to this is not to let it completely dry. It still needs to be a little bit tacky for you to be able to go ahead and reuse your gloss. But now what I'm gonna do is I'll go ahead and spray a little bit of this on there. Mind you, again, you're spraying it to your liking, however you want it to be. But as you can see, it's starting to give it a little bit of a gloss, but it also gives it a coating protection. So of course, you go as shiny as you want or as covered as you want. But for me, as you can see the center, that's kind of how I want it. So that's about it for me. And cause this is how you do this. Yeah, if I can help anybody else out, just let me know. But once I'm done with that, that's gonna be the finished product right there. Hopefully you guys are able to see it, but it gives it a nice little gloss, but it still has that satin to it. So that's about it. That's do it yourself right there. And that's how I want my rims. So I'm gonna do the rest of them, and once I'm done, I'll put my covers back on. Out. So when you're done, this right here will be your finished product. As you can see, like I said, I didn't go too gloss. The big thing is my rotors and my calipers are not painted. Please do not paint those. But that's the finished product. And that's all you gotta do, cuz.